So I've covered both the strikepack Eliminator and the Dominator many times on this channel before, so I'll be doing my best to make sure I don't waste anyone's time with the same repeated bullshit over and over again. You guys already know the FPS Dominator bites ass because of, well, all these, so I'm pretty sure most of you are well aware about which one I'd recommend over the other, but a lot of people have been asking for an Eliminator review, so I'm not going to waste anyone's time any longer. Welcome to the most efficient breakdown and review of the strikepack FPS Eliminator. Be sure to drop us a sub down below if you enjoy. So first off, the Eliminator is very cheap, but not cheap in the way you think. It's only $40 directly from the Collective Minds website, which I'll have linked down below. For $40, you can turn your stock beta cuck male Xbox One controller into a partially functioning Elite controller with 4 remappable buttons on the back. You'll also be getting built-in mods that I personally don't use because I'm a controller player who can actually fight people like a man. Here are the mods, pause the video if you want to look at them more, but for us people who actually have penises, I think we're gonna move on. Watch, I'm gonna get canceled one day. Like, vCuda is sexist, he doesn't fucking think people with vaginas exist or some shit like that, because the internet fucking sucks. Now this mod pack is wired, and that was the biggest complaint from this mod pack. No, not the fact that it is wired, the wire itself. The biggest complaint from this mod pack and the Dominator is the fact that the wire is constantly breaking on people. Well, when it comes to the Dominator, it's that and the fact that the paddles always break, but we're not going to talk about that. So I've been using this for around 2 months at this point, and every single time I do, as you guys can see, the cord's nowhere to be found. So every time I want to use this thing, I actually have to take the cord out of my drawer, unwind it, and then plug it in. So when it comes to wear and tear, this thing has gotten about as much wear and tear as it could have gotten over the past few months, and nothing's happened yet. In fact, not only is the cord in perfect condition, the entire mod pack's in perfect condition, so we don't really need to talk about durability all that much, at least at this point in time. What we will discuss, however, is comfortability. In comparison to the FPS Dominator, well, there is no comparison. This is going to be infinitely more comfortable for most people. These buttons rest a lot more naturally on the controller, further down than the Dominator's buttons, and off to the side instead of being in the center. The only way this would be different from a controller with proper paddles is the fact that the mod pack itself makes your controller a little bit bigger. Not necessarily bigger, just a little bit more chonky, so it's going to feel like it's a little bit fatter. But to be 100% honest, this feels a lot more compact than something like my Razer Wolverine Ultimate. But obviously, that, no shit. One issue I have had with this mod pack over the past 2 months or so is the fact that I have started accidentally remapping my paddles. That was something I really complained about with the FPS Dominator, and something I praised the Eliminator for not having as big of an issue with, which I still to this day think that the Dominator is way more prone to accidental remapping than the Eliminator. But with the way that these remap buttons are placed, again, they kind of rest where my knuckles are, so I'm constantly accidentally remapping my shit. Like I said, it's not as often as the Dominator, but it still happens at least once or twice every time I'm using this thing, so it is a bit annoying. Other than that though, I don't really have any other issues with the Eliminator. It performs really well in game, which I'll put some gameplay up on the screen now. And for the money, providing you already have a stock Xbox controller, this is something that seems extremely worth it. I mean, these stock Xbox thumbsticks are a lot more comfortable and a lot more precise than I remember them being. So using a controller like this with a mod pack like this actually does yield some really good results, especially if you're not trying to spend $100, $150 on a controller with paddles or buttons. This is definitely a good substitute. As someone who plays on a controller with 6 buttons that's $160, I was absolutely ripping through people with this thing, which is a bit weird. It's a lot of fun in first-person shooter games. I'm just not good at them. I'm trying really hard. I downloaded some more games. We're gonna try to do Black Ops 2. I got fucking Cyberpunk. We're gonna have some games to play with this thing, I promise. At the end of the day, I can really only recommend the strikepack Eliminator, or really any strikepack from Collective Minds, to people who already have stock Xbox or PS4 controllers, which I think is a lot of people who are watching this video. Even if you have a pro controller yourself, if you still have a stock controller laying around, this is a lot of fun. Seeing the type of skill level I can have on a stock Xbox controller when I used to be the worst fucking controller player on the face of the earth. It's pretty incredible. These are also available for PS4 controllers, which I will cover more in the future. The first PS4 controller I'm going to be covering will probably be middle of next year, sometime in the summer. It'll probably be from Razer. Spoiler alert, yeah, I know. I will be covering those though, so if you are interested, you can subscribe and then wait like 8 months for that. But if you're interested in a video on this boy, I should have one out after this one. Yes, it is just about time for the 3 months on the Fusion Pro. I actually don't think that video will be out after this one. I think I'll be ranking tech YouTubers after this video. So if you're interested in any of that, launch buttons down below. So I hope you got what you were looking for from this video. If you have any other questions about the Eliminator, the Dominator, or even the PS4 packs, I'll do my best to answer what questions I can. Again, I'll have links to both the website and my own videos on the Dominator and the Dominator versus the Eliminator down below as well. So you basically have a one-stop shop for all things strikepack except for PS4. I'm sorry. I'd also like to say one more thing before I go. This is going to be one of the last controller videos of the year, but starting next year, it's going to be very controller-heavy content, especially with the Wolverines throughout January and February. I just wanted to point that out, get that out there, so I'll let you guys speculate amongst yourselves. But I have to go record me shitting on other tech YouTubers, so I have to shit out our members real quick. Shit out our members? I have to shit out our members, okay. Fuck me. I'd love to give a huge shout out to our console tier with JG, Waterless, Heberbrine3, God, Exo Casper, and Nenzaki. I'd also love to give another huge shout out to our PC Master Race tier with Noah Jacques and Nick Garcia. If you'd like to become a member, there's, again, launch buttons down below. I think that one's blue. Am I wrong? I don't know. But I love you guys. I will see you guys on Monday. We'll have a funny-ass video out, and I hope to see you there. Peace.